Welcome back, everybody, to the Nevin Shapiro Show. I'm Mike Tirado. I'm here with Nevin Shapiro. And today we have such a special guest for you guys. It's a little bit of a twist. I know some of you guys come here for the University of Miami stuff, but we have a quarterback. Nevin talked about it the other day, the sleeper that's coming in for Ole Miss. We have his dad. Austin Simmons' father is here on our show. So everybody, please give a warm welcome to someone who runs such a huge football camp down here and the next starting quarterback for Lane Kiffin, David Simmons.
How you guys doing? Thanks
Awesome.
for having me.
Yes, awesome. Thank you so much, David, for coming on our show. Before we start, guys, if you're not subscribed, please click that subscribe button real quick. We are sponsored by Runner, the app that you can download in the Google Play Store or the App Store. Go ahead and download it now. You can run over trains. You can collect those coins. Go click that button now and download. And, of course, as we start every show, let's get into the action. You know, for the viewers that are just tuning in, can you explain a little bit on how you brought Austin up alongside his brother from a coaching perspective and turned Austin into a Division I athlete? Like, what did that process look like?
It was just some work. It was something I chose to do because he asked me to do it. I really wanted to coach. I wanted to be an NFL head coach. That was my dream. And certain things happened and it worked that way. So I got in college coaching. I did coach professional football. And he was always going to the camps when we were little. And I was like, okay, let's go. You know, he's like, I didn't realize he even care about football like that. I really want to play baseball. I didn't really want to play football. He was left-handed, and we was at Westminster Christian with, I was probably defensive coordinator at Westminster Christian. It was a very good baseball school. And my kid was just throwing the ball around with a little baseball. He didn't even know how to play baseball. He was like, I think he was about 6, maybe 6 years old. And I said, he's left-handed? I said, yeah. So he said, you play baseball? I'm like, baseball? I'm a black man. I don't play baseball. You know how we is down in Miami. And like, no, go down there. I said, okay, well, I'll take him down there. And my kid sucked. He was so bad in baseball, bro. Like, he couldn't catch, man. He needed to hit a tennis racket, hit the ball, man. He was terrible. And it's like, I said, well, he's like, well, I don't want to be sorry anymore. I said, I don't want to be sorry. I'm the worst kid on the team. I said, these kids been playing before you. They've been playing since they're 3 years old. You'll be fine. And so I said, okay, I'm going to learn. So I learned how to coach baseball. I said, I worked with somebody, and I got with some guys that I work with to this day. One of my financial advisors, it was a baseball coach. He played AAA baseball. He started working with Austin, and about the next year, he became the best player on the team in a year. But he trained his behind off to do it. And so that's what happened with me when it come to him. He just wanted to play. He just really wanted to play. So I said, okay, let's go play. I never thought about football. Never. I didn't know he was paying attention to football. When I was coaching the football, he used to go to the meetings with us, the coaches' meeting. He'd sit there on the floor playing little Legos, whatever. But he's paying attention to what we're saying.
Southpaw baseball players are anomalies.
Yeah, exactly.
They're rare.
Very.
You know, so and that's one of the questions we'll get into as we start talking about Austin.
Yeah, baseball was
and being a southpaw and all that. I have a few questions.
Okay.
With regards
I
to
want to throw that in for a quick second, though. Like, do you think he's a better football player or baseball player?
Naturally?
Yeah.
Oh, baseball.
Yeah?
No doubt.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
I mean,
You know the money they get, man.
Yeah, it's
Baseball got
it's a
that
bigger
big
bag.
it's a big bag, but it's a harder road.
Yeah.
It's harder to make a baseball because the arbitration rules. You think CBA bad, you know, in the NFL.
Yeah, Kyler Murray. That's why he
like it's
over.
like they don't understand. Like when they made NIL, which we talk about later, no, but when they made NIL, there's no reason to play baseball for him.
True.
It's more money in NIL.
True. It's changed the game.
Straight up, it's changed everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
As a quarterback.
No
He
question.
was a slot receiver.
No
Man,
question.
play baseball.
No question.
So as a quarterback in the SEC, oh yeah, that's like.
This is a great man. This is a great
awesome.
guest.
Yep.
For like where we fire on this NIL shit, right? Like this is a tailor-made
They
guest.
have no idea.
Man.
They have
Yeah,
no
you've been
idea.
a coach. You've been down here. You run a football camp. Obviously, we're going to get into that. So yeah, this is
We haven't really scratched the surface.
No.
But man, for anyone who's watching, man, this is the blueprint
Yeah.
on an NIL quarterback's dad and coach and mentor.
I wasn't trying to make a blueprint. I was like trying to take care of my kids. So
of course.
that's all it was.
Yeah.
Situation on that.
So you went to school down here in South Florida.
Yes, sir. Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Nevin likes to call the talent down here the Saudis with oil.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so much talent. What do you think makes South Florida kids so different than kids in like other states that you've seen?
As a coach?
Yeah.
Or just for a fan?
No, coaching.
Well, we got the weather.
Okay.
Okay, let's call it a spade a spade. So most pro football players have a tendency to retire in the Florida. right? So with those guys that retire, you get guys that they end up being coaches, right?
Right.
So that's what they normally know what to do. And we have the weather, and so when you get a situation, you're in New York City, what you doing in New York City in February?
Yeah.
No, I'm on field.
But what about you coaching the kids? Like the kids here in South Florida, what makes them
I think, like I said, back to the weather.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
based on that, because now they've been playing football 12 months a year compared to guys up the road that do something different. So that their mindset is totally about football. And a lot of kids that's down here, especially in the South Florida part of it, it's a lifestyle. It's not a sport.
It's not seasonal.
It's right. I'm saying it's a lifestyle. So honestly, I think baseball is bigger than South Florida than football. Just that people in my community don't deal with it. So you go more to the Hispanic community, or in Broward more the white community.
Right.
Baseball is first.
Interesting point. So I just saw something on TikTok that came up this morning. I just happened to, hit my algorithm, and they showed that Belmont Heights team. This is way before your time. Dave is going to probably remember. Dwight Gooden, Gary Sheffield, those dudes playing back in the day. Belmont, they had 5 guys, I think 4 or 5 guys, Major League Baseball players off that Belmont Heights team that won the Little League World Championship, 1980.
Yep.
81. I mean, it was crazy. And I'm watching. Maurice Crum was one of them. He played linebacker at the University of Miami. All-American, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's what he's referring to, man.
I'm a 74 kid, so I was real small when that came out. Yep.
So I want to get into your Simmons camp. So you have this Simmons boys camp. You have a lot of South Florida kids that showcase their talent while also you're developing them. Can you talk a little bit about the camp and how it started and why it started?
Well, like I said, the camp was always based on what? Autism, right? Autism awareness. It's something we normally do.
Yeah.
It's very, that's what we do in South Florida. The guys trained out. We had premier athletes there. Oliver Bozeman was there. David Lee was there. These kids, they always help me and I always help them. So it was really easy, hate to say it like that, to get that done because it's way of life. I wanted to give back. I didn't want to have anybody pay any money. And it was genuine about football. I think people said, dang, you're becoming a coach again. I'd probably be running the camp. Before you know it, I'm like a head coach. I'm like, you got to go, we got to go, we got to do. Like, I was trying to, this is who I am. But the kids, I wanted them to learn about football. I learned they could make certain things out of themselves. And also, it's what they normally do. It's like, okay, it's a Sunday in South Florida. We go early, get it over with, go home, have a nice day. That's what they do. Just like you say, it's a big thing down here. We're going to do some work down here. But it was a great experience for the guys. It's something we want to keep going all the time, give back to the community.
Mike, we've had a couple coaches on now, right? And for us, it's been, it's a different vibe than the players that we bring on, or some of the former University of Miami guys and whatnot. But it's it's guys like David that really, and we've picked it up with Coach B. Mac and Coach Davis and Kevin. These guys are the ones that really are the unseen heroes, building these guys that become, just massive public figures through playing football. Specifically in this case, playing football. But these are the guys that don't get like the credit. I know we have a big guest coming on next week. That's for me dear to my heart, but from a coaching standpoint, and they don't get the love, man, or the cheer, but really it's because of dudes like this, where that grind comes from, and that's just like I always love these episodes. I love them.
And we talk about it with the coaches too, that the guys in South Florida, the coaches in South Florida, they're the only ones that are not getting paid. They're not getting compensated correctly. Nope. You know what I mean? All these other kids are making outrageous. All this money. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
I wanted to get your take on that real quick. Like, how do you feel about you guys
high school coaches or
the high school coach? I mean, they're developing a Jeremiah Smith type player who's making all this money, and the coach is not getting nothing.
I don't know. Well, for coaching in high school, if you're in South Florida, you're pretty much paying them. My issue always been like, why am I spending money to do a background check to do it for free? I mean, you think the school board would pay for us to do the background check, and they're not paying us? That's not true. We're actually spending money to do it.
It's like hustling backwards.
They don't know that.
Yeah.
Most of the coaches, they got certificate, $225 coaching certificate. They got another one like for background checks like $80. So you might end up paying $400 just to coach somebody else's child. Put this in perspective.
It's crazy.
It's not your kid; it's somebody else's kid.
Sounds like they're a part of the NCAA to me.
Yeah. So all these different coaches, and you get all these regulations. You can't do this. You can't. And I'm like, hold on, man. What are we doing? Like, do you understand this?
Yeah, we're hustling backwards is what we're doing, right?
Not even my own personal children. And I think a lot of parents don't understand too that these coaches, have their own family. I done had parents call me at 12 o'clock at night. Hey, have you talked to Alabama? Do you know it's like 100 hours? Like, I bet you'll call Nick Saban at 1 o'clock in the damn morning.
Right.
What are we doing? He getting about $10 million. He should answer your phone call at 1 o'clock in the morning. Why he call me? You know, that's just, it's unfortunate. This is what it is. Yeah. It's kind of expected too. It's kind of crazy.
That is, yeah. I just, because we had Coach B-Mac from West Broward on. He said that they only make like $3,000 a year. Some of the head coaches. He's a teacher. Yeah, I mean,
he's a teacher. Like,
that's sickening. It's sickening. You know, he just pumped the kid Joshua Moore to Miami. You know, big target.
I used to work with B-Mac, so
yeah. So it's just
B-Mac was a big Herbalife guy.
Yeah. Yes.
B-Mac used to make like $50,000 a month Herbalife. And B-Mac about 300 pounds. What do you use Herbalife, B-Mac? Do you take a shake, B-Mac? You still my boy though, but you know you ain't got me, B-Mac. You my boy. Like, come on now, B-Mac.
Oh, God.
All right, let's switch gears into this NIL space. So college football is so different now, obviously. And some people call Nevin the original NIL. He was kind of 20 years above his time. How do you feel about this wild, wild west and these young kids making so much money, even sometimes before they really showcase any return on their investment to the school?
Well, the problem with the NIL is, are they kids? Are they adults? That's the problem. In America, you're adult, supposed to be at 18 years old. You can't even drink alcohol till you're 21. That's a problem. So if I'm, just like with the NIL Go, I think it's a new app they're making them do. They want them to report anything over $600. They need to report it. That's like non-constitutional. Like, you don't supposed to report anything over unless you give up over $10,000. So am I an adult or am I a child? That's the one problem. So you'll get guys like, you might say, I don't know if the president's trying to get involved. I don't really care. But like, well, they got to help these kids. Are they kids or adults? If my kid is 18 years old and he killed someone, will the school go to jail or my kid go to jail? Is he an adult or is he a child? And that's the problem. I think that's one thing. For me, honestly, my kid went younger. So guess what? Who was in control? Because he wasn't a what?
An adult.
He was a minor.
Yeah.
So that's one part of it. When in NIL, they're getting so much money. Let's say, I'm going to keep an even number. Let's say it's $1 million. What's the average salary for people in America right now?
I would say probably $40,000 to $50,000 a year.
Okay, so you're trying to tell me an 18-year-old kid is going to make what somebody making 20 years in 1 year.
Yeah.
Now, they don't tell you about the taxes. Whole different ballgame. Now you're like 44%, unless you got certain instruments in place, which we had in place, thank God. But now, so really, you have $1 million lifestyle, but you really should be having a $500,000 lifestyle. And everybody knows how much money you make. And these parasites after you for $1 million lifestyle, but you really work for $500,000 lifestyle, you're in a bad situation.
Yeah, the whole thing's out of
it's out of control, but it's not NFL. So people try to, coach in college. They want every college coach is a cookie cutter from the NFL. We want to do the same thing the NFL do, but the NFL has 32 teams. How many teams in college football? 200?
132.
That's Division I.
Yeah, Division I. Yeah,
that's Division. That's not Division II.
Yeah.
That's not FCS.
Yeah, I would say
not
D3
JUCO.
JUCOs, yeah.
So I'm saying we're gonna say if we go, it's like 300, 400, right?
Yeah.
So how are we gonna have the same model for 32 teams with half as many people? It was a time that college football had 105 players, correct?
Yeah.
That's why they try to get rid of walk-ons. Remember, they try to pass things, we'll get rid of walk-ons.
Yep.
So the NFL has 53 men at the roster. So that can't be the same if there's double amount of rosters in college. So you're already in a cluster mess by itself because it doesn't make sense. The college, it's more college players than NFL players.
Which, by the way, I warned these guys.
That's the problem.
However long ago. Like, they were never ready for this move, but you're asking a guy, how does he feel about NIL? He feels great. His kid's a big dog.
Right.
Like, he feels amazing. That's what he's supposed to feel. Now, on a broader spectrum, we're in a Wild West syndrome. It's just it's out of control with no guardrails.
And I think it really boils down to the parental guidance, like that you're saying.
90% of these parents don't know how to do it.
That's what I'm saying.
So the parents is behind. Because mostly, let's be honest, you don't have how many David Simmons there are, how many Mannings there are. Let's be honest. A lot of kids that play, I'm just talking about my demographic right now. I want y'all to look at me real good. Most of the parents have no idea how to handle business. If I'm an assistant manager at Walmart and I make $65,000 a year, can I handle a $2.5 million contract for my 20-year-old son? I probably can't make $2.5 million in my career at Walmart. I'm gonna make this in a year. Okay? That's from the collective. Remember, it's a collective, right? Then they're dissolving the collective, correct? Then you have marketing contracts. You have shows that might be on this go right here. Might possibly have an NIL deal. You have Corvette commercials. You have all these people that now they want you to put those in certain situations. That $2.5 million could be $3 million. Gross. Keep saying the word gross, not net. So now, if you don't have it set up, your kid could be destroyed, could get sued for walking down the street. I literally tell my son, if somebody arguing, get in the car and run away. It was up to me. I told my kid, I said, I don't want you to have a girlfriend. And he was like, why? I said, I know you want to have a girlfriend. You're human, but what's the benefit for you? It's only benefit her. You are a pure X on your chest.
Walking liability.
You can't. He literally can't. He can literally get called a coon, N-word, anything like that. He cannot say anything back.
Right.
He could get hit. He punch the person back. He go into litigation.
Yeah, I mean, you got to. This is a perfect guest.
Yeah.
See, nobody
this is
talks
a
about that.
perfect guest, man.
I tell my son, let me handle the litigation.
Today.
I'm old enough to handle it. Let me be the problem. If I'm gonna hit somebody, let me hit you back. Let me hit the person back for you. Run away. Just take a picture of them and run in your car and run as fast as you can.
How's that for some in your face?
That might be the best NIL answer I've ever gotten.
Of course,
you
because
know?
He's living it, man.
Yeah.
His kid's a millionaire. His kid's a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
Be real, man.
Yep.
You understand? He's 18.
And he's on a budget, a true budget.
Yeah. And that's what I'm like.
He's on a true budget. Yep.
It's tough because a lot of these kids come from absolutely nothing. And then they get a big bag and they don't have that financial structure and that upbringing from their parents and whatever. And
it's not their parents' fault. Excuse my language. Yeah,
it's
not like to cut you off. It's not their parents' fault. They don't know it.
They don't know.
I want to be an NBA basketball player. I'm 5'9". I'm not going to play for the Heat. It's never going to happen.
That's why, you know what? Like I love when, obviously, we have a lot of people that love our shit, and then you got people that hate my guts, whatever it is. Okay, here. But see, when you bring a dude like this in, like, we're not just picking guests, like, oh, this looks cool. This dude's son is that dude. Yeah. He's that dude. He's a 7-figure earner, millionaire status. So when he's talking, he's not just talking shit. It's real. This is real. Like, this is what it is. So when I'm talking, oh, he don't know what he's done, he's not locked in, he's not dialed in, really, shut the fuck up, man. I am 20 years ahead of it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes. And a lot of people, fans, see your show. They see, of course, stuff on ESPN, of course, that everybody will look at or listen to. But they see these kids, like you say, Jeremiah Smith. I've been knowing Jeremiah Smith way before he was big like that. I mean, he was like this, bony kid. And he would always bust his behind and work. That same premier athletes, just sliding with guys. He worked out with some other guys too. They always worked. Okay, he would have worked if he got NIL money or not. NIL money is important, but it's not the bag. The real bag is the NFL.
Spit, man.
So, but a lot of parents thinking the NIL is like the NFL. No, let's try to get to the NFL. Then my NIL money is something it's like an insurance policy.
Yeah. It's like the difference of, what do I always say, Mike? Signing the front of the check, not the back.
You want to get to the league because you only play in 3.5 years mostly anyway. And that's why I said certain things about you have a chance to play in college football as long as you play in the league. Keep it that from the perspective.
Yeah.
Look what they're talking about Anthony Richardson. They're trying to get him out the league.
Immediately.
It's been 3 years. He probably just needs to find another place to go. But if that's happened, 3 years, you have to leave.
Your yesterday's news fast.
Yep. And then you have some kids like Cam McCormick who played 9 years at University of Miami.
Right.
9 years in college.
And they're like, oh, he's so mature. He's grown.
He's a grown man.
You know, and the thing is,
he's supposed to be mature.
See, and a lot of these kids, and here's the problem I have with the transfer portal and just the way the NCAA has just allowed things to become. You get guys that the first second of adversity, they're out the door. They're looking for that quick dollar, right? And you know, I've been through circumstances with trying to help some kids. They lose sight over the fact that, like, not only do you want to get to the league to get that bag, but you want that second contract, which solidifies the bag. If you end up getting lucky and you get a third one and maybe a fourth one, great. But you want that second one because that's generational, and and that changes everything for your grandchildren and great grandchildren when you're gone.
Yep,
absolutely.
Yeah, so it's they don't understand it, and like you said, back to South Florida with the kids in the past, we talked about it before. Those guys that played in the league, you know, I remember, I wanted to go to University of Miami. I had them signed with Florida State. They went on probation. That's not why. I wanted to go to University of Miami. Michael Irvin, Wesley Carroll. You guys remember Wesley?
Great.
Wesley Carroll was the most important person for me to get me to become a professional athlete. Because he spent the time with me. He didn't have no reason to do it. I got good with Kevin Williams, what they call K-Dub.
He was great.
Another guy my size, but was a real fast guy. I wasn't that fast. I was fast, but he was real fast. Like he was like 4'2", 4'1".
Yo, his feet didn't even touch the floor.
Yeah, he was so fast. Yeah. And he was a pure goal guy. I was more of a route running guy. Then I got cool with a guy named Jonathan Harris.
He flew number 3.
Number 3. So those guys taught me work ethic. And so you work out with a guy like Michael, and then between Wesley, like those guys come back. So this is what happens down here. The guys come back to Miami. We used to train at Trash Power. And it was a time, I remember Butch Davis. And like I say, all they want about Butch. Butch didn't have to do that. Butch let us go right to the University of Miami in the summer. Andrew Swayze was assistant strength coach at the time. We'll go down there. If you were from Miami, it was okay for you to sign a waiver. And you could lift weights and train as long as you're not messing with NFL. So on Tuesday and Thursday, I remember Ryan Clement. Y'all remember Ryan Clement?
Yeah.
Ryan would call me, listen, I'm about to throw. I'm short some receivers. Come on down.
From Colorado.
I would get up, drive down 826. I had a hatchback car, like a hatchback. I forgot what the little hoopty. Get down there, get out of here, run all these routes, go out and run routes, get to all the good guys. D. Smith was coming out, Darren Smith was coming out. I grew up under him anyway. And then you had Dwayne Starks, some guys work out, Omar Rose. We all trained in the morning. If you want to play, you go down and train.
That's where it all went down.
Was totally different. That's the only place. You couldn't know us. I mean, Lawrence Wright. From the Florida, Thorpe Warrior, go right down there. Go all the way down there. Devin Bush, run all the way down to University of Miami, wear Florida State stuff on, and work out. And they be mad as hell.
The father, not the son.
Yeah, the father. Yep, exactly. I coached the son. So me and Devin coached together. We're going to do a show together we talked about. And that's how Miami was. And if they didn't do it, we go to Trash Powell. You'll have kids from all different colleges. Florida State, Notre Dame.
Brotherhood, man. Fraternity. That's what it is.
You didn't know nobody, but they knew you from South Florida.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you was out of town and somebody had a fight, you don't even know what you fighting about. You fighting just to help him. Like, what are we fighting for?
It's what it's always been, man.
So like when it's different. It's totally different,
we talk about, when we talk about, we get these people from not from the U and this and that, like they don't understand, man, what that bond is down here.
It was a respect. It was a respect. You respected the game.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
You respected the game.
So, wanted to switch gears for a quick second here. Mm-hmm. I wanted to get your take on how you feel about Lane Kiffin and how much do you trust him with your son this year going into this football season?
Oh, I trust Lane. He's a good coach. I think he's a way better coach this year than he was when he first got there. I mean, this is my opinion. I think everybody knows Lane's a offensive-minded guy. We know that. Mm-hmm. But what he did, that hire that defensive coordinator, oh, man. Oh man. He must be talking to his daddy right now.
Yeah.
Dog, that defensive coordinator is really good, man. He keeps you in a lot of games, keep you out a lot of bull crap. And Charlie White's a good offensive coordinator. So he's Lane is a head coach now. Everybody knows him just being a play caller. Yes, of course he do his thing.
Been in the SEC now for a little bit. He got his stride.
Like I say, I just think like you learn. He had some loss too. I think he lost his mother this year. I think like a little over a month ago. I think he lost his father last year. And one thing about Lane, for me personally, I can't tell about it. He never told me a lie. And use his coaching position. These coaches, they have a tendency to do a lot of lying. He didn't lie to me. And he just said, if my kid's ready to play, he'll get opportunity to play. And so that's all I asked for him to do. Just, he does a good job, my kid. I just want to let him be Austin a little bit. That's about it. Mm-hmm. That's it.
What's your thoughts with regards to their season, their outlet? The SEC's brutal, man. We know what it is. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no free lunch. Right. On the road, at home, there's no free lunch. And I laugh when they talk about the Big Ten. Come on, we know what it is in the SEC. Right. The bottom of the barrel is giving you work. Right. Right? Mm-hmm. What's your take on Ole Miss this season? Your boy's a big part of it. New quarterback, Jackson Dart gone, but they got a lot of talent. I've been looking. Their receiver room seems pretty deep. What's your take?
Honestly,
yeah,
I think they go 11-1, 12-0. I think it's the right season, and the reason I say that, look at the schedule: 8 home games, 9 if you count Mississippi State. They have 9 games in Mississippi. Wow. They have second games in Kentucky. They got to go back to back now, Oklahoma and Georgia. I'm more concerned about Oklahoma than Georgia. And the reason I just think Oklahoma could be a trap game because right after Georgia.
The letdown.
Yeah, it could be. I think Ole Miss could beat Georgia and Georgia. I think they match up well with Georgia. Mm-hmm. I think it was more of a matchup situation. Now I think Georgia becoming ready to play, but we don't know what Georgia quarterback situation is going to be. Mm-hmm. But Georgia's going to try to run the football. Let's think they'll go back to their old self. But I just like I said, the defensive coordinator. If he plays defense, like they're going to always be in games. And I think Lane is good enough as an offensive coordinator to get you 28 points to 35 points, gets anybody in the SEC guaranteed. And that defense stay around 20 points, they should have a chance to win. They got a good kicker this year. Got a good return man this year. Look at how they lost last year. They lost to Florida. I mean, they outgained Florida by about 200 yards and lost. Yeah. Last week only had 150 yards, 160 yards passing.
Jack Starr didn't have a big game.
Yeah, he didn't have a big game, but they dropped 3 touchdowns too.
Mm-hmm. True.
So if he's not in a situation where they catch the ball, which is not his fault, he's a quarterback. He doesn't be in a situation in the fourth quarter, throwing interceptions.
Different outcome.
He be running the ball. We muffed the punt too. That really was the play of the game. They muffed the punt. We had all the momentum. They muffed the punt, and they got the ball out 30 something. That was a big play too.
Do you have discussions now? We've had a chance to meet Austin, a few times now, and man, you've done an amazing job. Really a poised kid. He's really, really poised. Chill, man. Which is what you want your gunslinger acting like. Do you do you have discussions with him as far as future discussions, NFL next step, or is it just day by day? Next day, take each day as it comes, one day at a time.
We talk about some future stuff about our responsibilities of our own life. If that makes sense. Like, so, hey, I know you want to go over here to go with your friends here, but that might not be a good look for you 2-3 years from now. And I think it's hard being that you want to be around regular people. You're not regular. Mm-hmm. And it's hard for people because people, they'll say, oh, man, you got to keep it real. No, I ain't keeping it real. Keep it real is you don't make $40,000 a year, okay? You're a liability walking down the street. So you got to act that way. You get compensated to not do certain things. You get compensated. I just can't go to Walmart and go get me a Twix bar. I'm going to go, no, you got to Uber Eats that. I want to go over there. No, you just can't do that.
See how solid the guidance is, Mike?
Mm-hmm. And it's hard because, trust me, listen, he a kid, right? Oh, trust me, he don't want to do everything I tell him to do.
Of course.
He's like, man, I just want to be me. I was like, you want to be me to do what? I said, you want to be me? Okay, you're right. I said, okay, let's do this. You lived in Pinecrest, son. You didn't even know what a doggone ice cream truck was. You were 13 years old. You never seen one. You like I remember that. You're like, what is that? You know, it was at Gwen Cherry. Like, was it Gwen Cherry? I don't know what it was out there for. It was at Gwen Cherry. It was like they're getting food. This ice cream truck. So, I didn't know they had that.
Yeah.
Because the HOA, you can't have that in Pinecrest. Go to jail, you bring ice cream truck to Pinecrest. So you're not from the hood. You get a haircut in the hood and get some conch. You get some conch and some chicken wings. That's all you know about the hood.
Man, this is so my conversation.
You know what I'm saying? So let's be real. Let's don't call it space. But you're not a kid. They say, I came from the dirt. No, you didn't. There's nothing about the dirt for you. You had your own room, AC.
Brewster's Millions.
LEDs. You ain't never had to work, but you never been hungry a day in your life, son.
I love it.
But you're not that kid that say you got to come from the hood. You got to be a football player. You're not that guy.
Yeah.
You know. So that's what I'm saying. So, we talk about different things. He'll tell me stuff happens, and I say, okay, yeah. We had a girlfriend when we first got to college. You know, actually the girl wasn't a bad girl. She just wasn't good for him.
Right.
I said, why you? I said, you 17 years old. What we doing? Oh, she's a good person. You don't know her. I said, yeah, I do. I know her real well. She look real religious. like, what we doing, bro? Like, what? Like, you know, I think I'm in love, Dad. I said, I bet you are. I said, yeah. So what'd she do to you? You know, we on TV, you know. And I was like, he was like, well, I said, oh, she did that to you. Oh.
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Your eye twitched.
Yeah.
Is that what happened to you?
We don't want to blow up his spot, man. He's got a rep to protect, man.
Got a rep, but I'm trying to explain to you that's part of the college situation.
Right.
That's the pro and con of college too. Mm-hmm. You get your kid to a certain spot, and then they go to a college, and then they get around people that don't have the same stuff that you believe in. Adults, children, not just coaches. Coaches usually pretty decent, but like, you know, it could be kids that they have no guidance. They in school. They go out there, they want to smoke weed and do stuff like that. You won't condone that.
Right.
But you got to be around that because you're on campus. I can't hide you in Miami, Florida, or if we're at the home school, you with me. My son in the studio now. He's not at school. He's sitting there doing homework right now in the studio. Are we doing homework? So that's difficult. When you have my kid always been on the schedule. Always. His schedule's way straighter than Ole Miss schedule. So now we get there, I got a lot more free time. Mm-hmm. I just want to chill out.
Yeah.
Because everybody else chilling out, but it ain't what got you here. Yeah. Chill out would not got you here.
Great lead in what I want to ask you.
Yeah.
So you see the situation with Shedeur Sanders, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Shedeur was, he's expected to be a top 5 pick, let's just say, and his obviously Deion's special. So have you watched their relationship, the father-son coaching dynamic part of it? Is there anything you do the same that you go differently from? What are your thoughts on?
I do mine. I guess what they do, it's like I'm learning how to do. Mm-hmm. I never even knew about social media until like a year ago.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just some stuff people doing. They always was in social media.
Yeah.
I think that was difficult for a kid.
From a marketing
point of view. I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah.
There's still good money in there. But I just try to keep my personal stuff personal. But I understood for money-wise, monetary-wise, they're doing certain things.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make a show of it. More than I'm more just trying to make direction. Mm-hmm. And then let's be honest, Deion. Yeah. I'm not Deion Sanders.
Yeah, no, it's different.
He walks in, it's that many people got more of a personality than Deion Sanders, probably Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan.
No, the circus comes with it.
Yeah, so you're already coming in that situation, and I know what he's doing, because I literally stopped my own career to coach my kids.
Yeah.
And but Deion has a situation. He had way more money than I do. So, but I just knew that as my kid wasn't asked to be here, I'm responsible for the children I have. They don't come on their own. They weren't brought here by a stork, right? So they're my responsibility. So he's I feel kind of bad for Shedeur.
Yeah.
I think that people overrated his preseason game. I don't think he played that great. I don't think he played that bad either.
A lot of pressure on him also for
yeah,
a lot of pressure that
everything,
Dion and that's really
it's not his dad trying to do it. It's just who his dad is.
Yeah.
You imagine be a boxer and I'm a son of Mike Tyson. I got to go in the ring.
Yeah, no, you're a target.
They're like, okay.
Yeah, man, you got a target on your face.
If he lose a fight, he's not like his dad.
Yeah.
Like 5-6 fights in the end of his career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you know,
I have a question that just really dawned on me. I wasn't even, when we were discussing like what we were going to put together. What got you to assist Austin to go to Ole Miss? Was it Lane Kiffin? What was the deciding factor for him to sign with Ole Miss?
Ooh, good question. Well, we go very deep on it. We go talk about Florida State. Mike Norvell reneged Austin's scholarship in December, right around Christmas. We wanted to go that January before. I thought they got a quarterback called I forgot the kid.
Luke.
No, the other kid. They wanted Austin. They didn't want him to come early. You know, they wanted to get the other kid and want Austin to come in 2024.
So it was on their clock.
It was on their clock. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, but in a way, it did me a favor. I realized that Austin was so close to get his AA degree. And I was like, okay, that I'm not making that same mistake with Kenneth. But the thing is, I wanted the AA degree. But if I went early, the reason I was going to let Austin go early, the baseball coach was going to let Austin, when he's going on campus, go right to baseball. He was going to play baseball as soon as he got on campus. So he would have started when they got to the ACC baseball play.
So there were a lot of moving parts.
There was a lot of moving parts. They fired the baseball coach.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mike Martin. Right.
Mike Martin got fired. They brought the guy from Notre Dame, and he was going to, quote unquote, honor the thing. Let's be honest. A black quarterback that played 2 sports, always was good at what school in the state? Only Florida State. It never happened in Miami. It never happened in Florida. Damn sure never happened in Florida.
Yeah.
The baseball coach in Florida ain't how they ever played black people.
Kenny Kelly was probably the last example.
Yes, but Kenny Kelly played for the Yankees.
Yeah.
He never played for Miami baseball.
Yeah.
Remember Kenny Kelly? Right. Kenny Kelly actually was coaching Austin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
I know.
I didn't know
Kenny
that.
Kelly really good.
Okay.
We played highlight together.
All right.
So at the time, okay, made a decision. We was already ready to go. Transcripts at Florida State, everything. What happened? It leaked out to Florida. I don't know how Florida found out.
Miami was never in the mix in this?
Miami never really wanted Austin.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Was that a Manny Diaz or a Mario Cristobal situation?
No, Manny was okay. Manny at the time, Manny was already gone.
He was gone?
Yeah,
Manny was already gone. So I don't know. I mean, I heard it might have been about me. Mm-hmm. I heard that might be a problem. That's fine. It's not a fit. I heard that also they ain't like him, but they want the offensive coordinator ain't want a left-handed quarterback. But that's okay. It's an air raid. They want to do the air raid people. They
Quirky.
They kind of weird.
Quirky.
Mike Leach told me the same thing.
Yeah.
Mike Leach
really?
told me I like Austin, but my system don't work well with left-handed quarterbacks.
Wow.
And I was like, okay.
Interesting.
But at least you told me up front.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not a bad thing. Nobody wants you. It's just not a good fit.
Right.
So I wasn't upset about it. So once I realized that, okay, Austin mama went to University of Miami. She worked on campus. Oscar throw a rock to the damn school. You didn't want him. I don't know. Maybe Daddy got a little brown for him. I don't know. And so I said, okay, I'm not gonna go where I'm not wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So and then, like I said, let's be in fairness to Miami and other schools. Austin probably class of what 2025. Now he let the state in passing. I don't know why you won't want the state in passing guy, but whatever. But he was 2025. So when Florida came in, Larry Williams was one of the recruiting coordinators for Florida. Larry Williams played ball with me, and he coached with me at ASA College. He's a running back coach. We had 2 teams there. The head coach of one of the teams. So we had a good understanding about each other. He brought up Austin to the head coach at Florida, which I really like. I really like Florida. But the whole thing with Florida was they were going through the Jaden Rashada stuff at the time. So I said, okay, Made sure good. You know, and remember, I was a GM arena team. I did contracts. And there was a lot of stuff going on with the NIL back then. Now we talking about, I didn't make NIL. If it wasn't, let's be honest, it wasn't for NIL, I won't leave early. I just go in the MLB draft. Do you want me to make my?
Yeah. You're making business decisions.
Yeah, not business. So I'm like, okay, all right. How far am I from an AA degree? And so at the time, Florida was trying to get Austin to come in summer A. He wouldn't graduate to end of summer A to summer B. And I was like, well, I'm not coming summer A. They were trying to pressure. Like, we need to. No, listen, man. It's coming summer B with an AA degree. You have to take all the credits. Without the AA degree, they got to cut up the credits. You got to take all 60 credits. I'm not letting my kid do all this damn work and you give me 40 credits.
This is the salary cap, but of a college salary cap.
Yep. You know what I'm saying? And so that was part of it. Then the baseball coach, you know, just didn't have, I mean, everybody from down here was talking about baseball more than football. They were like, well, they was like, well, we'll let them play 1 year of football, then we'll make a decision about baseball. What? What you mean? He's gonna be the best baseball player on your team. What are we talking about? So you could tell it was more about baseball and not just football. So of course Kiffin got something to do with it. And I was like, well, nah, you know what? I know what time it is. I called the baseball coach at Ole Miss. We talked real briefly. He was like, well, you know, the SEC baseball. I said, don't worry about it, coach, man. My kid be the best player on your team. He'll play baseball. I say, just tell him what time you want him down. If he's not good enough, cut him. You got a call, but he worked out one time, and an hour later, they got a spot for your boy. And I was like,
he's a pitcher.
He's a pitcher. We really could hit.
Oh,
he could hit. Like, he could really hit.
Wow.
If he didn't play football, he'll probably hit 300 easy in MLB, easily. He could hit the ball. The thing was hit the play.
That's $25 million a year, by the way.
Yeah. So
in case you're tracking
it's so hard though. But the thing is, you got to go so many years: low A, high A, double A, triple A. Yeah, and maybe double A. You might get to the show, and then you got to get through 3 years arbitration. You see all these contracts. He might be 26 before he get a real contract.
Right.
You know, we got guys for the Marlins right now, the starting second baseman, who coached Austin. His dad coached Austin. He's starting second base for the Marlins right now. He only seeing I don't think he get $1 million a year. You're in the MLB.
Yeah.
That's like a towel boy in the major leagues.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they on the collective bargaining agreements for them.
Right.
So it's like they don't understand that you'll get some money, and that's what Marlins do. They get guys. They're playing pretty good actually. And what are they gonna do with the kid? They're gonna let them trade the kid.
Yeah, of course.
Let somebody else pay him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You always want a Marlins player because you know they're brought up, they're trained right. That's why
they might have one good year and they trade him. They go back down 4 years, come back, and they get paid totally off the TV revenue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but Kiffin had something to do with it. I'm sorry to cut you off, but Kiffin was definitely part of it, and he talked to the baseball coach. Bianco was okay with him playing both. We chose to take the bat out of Austin's hand for Ole Miss. We thought it'd be too difficult to be a hitter, pitcher, and a quarterback.
That's a lot.
Because he got to hit every day.
It's a lot, man.
My son's over there right now, Kenneth over there. Some days he'll hit 200 balls, throw 150 footballs, lift weights, and still go to football practice in the same day.
Here's a question.
It's a lot of work.
So I asked this to Austin, but I'm going to ask you now. So Heisman Trophy, first pick, national championship. Give me the order.
I think national championship will come first pick, then Heisman.
Okay.
I mean, that's my opinion.
Okay.
Because national championship gonna be a Heisman candidate.
Right.
And if a 19-year-old kid gets to the national championship game, he should be really high on the draft board. It kind of goes hand in hand, unless they run the wing team.
Show me the money.
Like you know.
Show me the.
Unless he's Jamal Holloway doing the option.
You're going way past.
Yeah.
These dudes ain't ready.
Yeah, he'll know about that. Tommy Frazier.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll know about
Thomas
that.
Lott, man. These dudes ain't
run the old Georgia Tech
Yeah,
offense.
for real. Yeah, definitely for real. Man. Yeah, definitely for real.
Man, David, thank you so much for coming on. I can't thank you enough, man. It was really awesome. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. This is so action-packed. I know it's not University of Miami related, but Man, this is
I
one of
feel
the
like
best
the
ones
you.
we
Come on,
have. Yeah, man, it's all about the
Come
you
on, man.
here.
We care about the
It's
you.
all about
Yeah.
the you. Yeah, hopefully you're
Y'all
still
play on
tuning in.
Thursday. I come to one of y'all games.
So thank you guys for tuning in. If you're not subscribed at this point, I don't know what you're doing. Click that subscribe button real quick. And of course, as always, we'll catch you on the next one.